Following a fiery jits.
And we are celebrating National Cheese Lovers Day with easy, delicious ideas. It is the 20th day of January.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts now.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tanya Babich for Val.
Ian, good to be with you this morning. I'm Terrell Brown. Let's go outside, see what's going on, get you an update before you head out the door this morning. So you see AccuWeather alert. You can also see that ice on the lake.
Ooh, and the goose egg in Aurora.
Yeah. Tracy, I mean, it is just downright cold. And this isn't even the coldest stuff we're going to be dealing with this week.
No, it's going to be so much colder Friday and even into the weekend. Wind chills this morning, yes, they are below zero. By the way, quick mention, there was an earthquake earlier this morning, about 4 hours ago, I believe. Ullman, Illinois there in Montgomery County, 3.8 measurement there. That's southeast of Springfield and a little northeast in St. Louis. Still waiting to hear the extent of where this was felt. But for us, let's just stick to the temperatures right now. 4 in Peatone, 0 in Valparaiso. 4 right now in Norridge, 1 in Elk Grove Village. Well, the wind chills are below zero in just about every case. And today, hey, we'll start the day with sun. We'll end up with clouds. We'll really end up later today with some snow. Diane.
All right, we're going to start off with a crash off of the expressways at Narragansett and 55th, so a heads up there. If you are traveling on the expressways this morning, slowly starting to see some growing travel times. The busiest expressway is going to be the Ryan, and now the inbound side of the Eisenhower starting to fill in nicely. The Ryan recovering after a couple of accidents earlier this morning. Let's go to the Kennedy now on the inbound side right at North Avenue. We've got a couple of vehicles involved in a crash. Let's go up to Chopper 7. They are live over the scene right now. You see Illinois State Police just pulling up to the scene. In the 2 right lanes, 2 vehicles involved. That right one not drivable, and there was a little bit of a fuel spill there as well. IDOT took care of that quickly. We're waiting for a couple of tows here to get these vehicles out of the way, but in the meantime, it is adding to that very high inbound Kennedy delay of about 40 minutes coming in from O'Hare. Tanya and Terrell.
All right, Diane, thank you for the update. Today, the man accused of a violent attack on a CTA Blue Line train is back in federal court.
The case gained national attention, and it raised serious questions about safety on public transit. Lisette Nunez is here now with what to expect today.
Yeah, well, Lawrence Reed is facing terrorism and arson charges. The arson charges stem from a fire at Chicago City Hall. The terrorism charge is from an attack to a woman on a CTA Blue Line train. Bethany McGee's family says she's still recovering from critical injuries. Investigators say the 26-year-old was sitting on a Blue Line train in November when Reed allegedly doused her with gasoline and then set her on fire. Reed has pled not guilty. Reed is also facing separate charges for trying to set City Hall on fire just days prior to that. And prior to the Blue Line arrest, Reed was arrested in August for attacking a social worker at McNeil Hospital in Berwyn while he was a patient there. A Cook County judge released him on electronic monitoring following that. And right now, Reed remains in custody amid the new charges. Reed will have a status hearing in this case later today, and if he is convicted, he could face life in federal prison. Back to you.
Thank you, Lisette. Updating breaking news out of the Westtown neighborhood. 2 firefighters were hurt in this apartment fire. The fire broke out in the 2nd floor of the building in the 800 block of North May Street. You can see the flames shooting from the roof as fire crews were fighting in cold and difficult conditions. In addition to the firefighters, a 3rd person was taken to the hospital with injuries. We're working to get an update on how they're doing this morning. New for you this morning, House Speaker Mike Johnson addressed the British Parliament. The speech was scheduled weeks in advance, but it took on new urgency amid President Trump's recent comments about Greenland.
But I told the president that I felt that my mission here today was to encourage our friends and help to calm the waters, so to speak, and I hope to do so. As the Prime Minister said yesterday, let us look to agreement, continue our dialogue, and find a resolution, just as we always have in the past. And in that process, I am confident that we can and will maintain and strengthen our special relationship between these 2 nations. Send a message of unity and resolve to our allies around the world.
And while Speaker Johnson is in London, President Trump is preparing to meet with NATO allies in Davos, Switzerland.
And Greenland is emerging as a major flashpoint this morning. The president threatened new tariffs on NATO allies who do not back his plan involving the island. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is tracking the latest developments this morning live from Washington. Nicole, good morning.
Well, Terrell, good morning to you. And overnight, President Trump downplaying his comments to the Norwegian Prime Minister, telling reporters he doesn't care about the Nobel Prize, only about saving lives. This morning, President Trump preparing for his visit to Switzerland. Overnight, posting on social media saying he spoke with the NATO Secretary General and agreed to a meeting and calling Greenland, quote, imperative for national and world security.
What I care about is saving lives.
It comes as thousands of protesters gathered in Copenhagen over the weekend, some wearing red hats saying, "Make America go away." The Danish military posting images of more troops arriving in Greenland. 8 NATO countries, including France, Germany, and the UK, also moving forces there as a show of support. Over the weekend, Trump threatening new tariffs on those countries, 10% in February, jumping to 25% in June, until a, quote, deal is reached for the complete and total purchase of Greenland.
The use of tariffs in this way is completely wrong.
Trump claims Greenland is needed for U.S. national security. However, the Danish foreign minister, speaking with reporters during his visit to the United Kingdom, pushing back.
We are living in 2026. You can trade with people, but you don't trade people.
Norway's prime minister texting Trump saying, quote, "We all should work to take this down and de-escalate," proposing a phone call to talk it out. Trump texting back saying, quote, "Considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars plus, I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace, although it will always be predominant, but can now think about what is good and proper for the United States of America." And the president was also asked what he would say to European leaders who've pushed back against his plans to acquire Greenland. Trump says he expects they'll get on board. Tanya.
Nicole D'Antonio, thank you. Chicago's Archbishop Cardinal Blaise Cupich joining 2 other American Catholic Church leaders, issuing a rare moral warning over American foreign policy. That statement says in part, quote, "The events in Venezuela, Ukraine, and Greenland have raised basic questions about the use of military force and the meaning of peace."
Our statement was not addressed to any individual, but as part of the ongoing debate that's going on in society today.
The Cardinals are following Pope Leo's call for human dignity and world peace. The statement comes months after Cardinals released statements on immigration.
A mother of 5 was killed on her way to church in Chicago's Woodlawn neighborhood. Police say Kiara Jenkins was heading to an early service at Mount Bethlehem Missionary Baptist Church on Sunday when she was shot. Her body was found in an alley near 64th and Drexel. Jenkins was a lifelong member of the church. The community is devastated by the news of her murder.
She just seemed like a nice lady. She spoke, every time she saw us. And, she was just coming and going.
So far, no arrests have been made.
Chicagoans will have a chance to learn more about the new city budget and how it could affect them directly. A public town hall is scheduled for this evening with Mayor Brandon Johnson expected to attend. The mayor is expected to address the city's growing debt and the possibility of emergency cuts to services. The town hall begins at 6 p.m. at the Hairpin Arts Center on North Milwaukee Avenue in Avondale.
Illinois lawmakers or rideshare drivers are gaining momentum in their push to unionize with new support from state lawmakers. This morning, several Democratic leaders are set to introduce legislation aimed at giving drivers a collective voice on the job. And tomorrow, Uber and Lyft drivers plan to head to Springfield to meet with members of the General Assembly.
Some opinions and a large turnout are expected tonight at the Naperville City Hall. Council members will discuss conditions for a proposed Caris Critical Data Center. The company originally proposed 2 facilities near the northwest corner of Naperville and Warrenville roads, but the current plan calls for just 1. Some neighbors have raised concerns about the center's proximity to nearby homes. The meeting begins at 7 p.m. at Naperville City Hall.
9 past the hour this morning, the Village of Orland Park is moving forward with a major development that could reshape shopping in the south suburbs.
Village leaders have approved plans for Amazon's first ever mega store. Stephanie Wade joins us now with what comes next.
Good morning. Well, this is a brand new concept for Amazon, which already owns hundreds of brick and mortar stores nationwide, including Whole Foods. But this will be the company's first physical mega store nationwide. Sitting at the corner of 159th Street and LaGrange Road at the former site of Petey's 2 restaurant is a 35-acre bean field that will soon become Amazon's first-of-a-kind big box store. Renderings of the development show what the eventual 229,000 square foot store will look like. It includes dining options as well as retail. What it will not be, says Mayor James Dodge, is a warehouse or fulfillment center. Still, some community members worry too many questions remain unanswered.
I think it helps cement Orland Park as a go-to place for retail, and it has a lot of benefits for our communities in terms of the revenue.
The whole process has been shrouded in secrecy, and there has been a complete lack of transparency. The speed at which this is taking place is not good governance.
Amazon conducted traffic studies, which the village says have been reviewed by them as well as IDOT. As a result, traffic restrictions for trucks and semis will be implemented, and a road extension as well as a new traffic signal are being added to help with congestion. Now, Amazon says they hope to break ground on the site as early as April, with completion expected within 2 years. Back to you.
Stephanie Wade this morning. Steph, thank you. Today, we're set to learn the official lineup for International Jazz Day in Chicago. We're just 100 days out from the big celebration on April 30th. This year marks the 15th anniversary of International Jazz Day, created by UNESCO, the United Nations organization focused on education, science, and culture.
Championship cheers. The Indiana Hoosiers are the national champions of college football. Led by Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza, Indiana beat Miami 27-21 last night, completing an undefeated season. Mendoza sealed the win with a fourth-quarter touchdown, and a late field goal put the game away. The title comes 50 years after Indiana's last undefeated national championship, Bobby Knight's 1976 Hoosiers.
Wow, congratulations. So awesome. And the Bears may be done for the season, but the fun is not over. Chicago staple Wiener Circle is hosting a Caleb Williams lookalike contest tonight, because only in Chicago. I mean, do we do stuff like this? There are prizes on the line, including a Wiener Circle gift card and merch. Starts at 6 p.m. at the Wiener Circle on North Clark Street. As for whether Caleb makes a surprise appearance, we don't know at this point. So
he's got a little time on his hands now.
He does.
He deserves some fun, some relaxation.
A break, yeah, exactly.
A massage.
Right, yeah.
You're live in local news, just getting started as we stream out loud this morning. Coming up, ahead of Derrick Rose's Jersey retirement, he shares what this moment means to him and to the city that raised him.
Plus, why the Griffin Museum of Science and Industry is the perfect place to showcase the future of costume design.
But first, Tracy has your ABC7 AccuWeather Alert forecast next.
Hey everybody, welcome back. And AccuWeather Alert Day. I always feel so special when I come over here and get to hang out with you and in front of all these keyboards and computer screens and buttons and things I want to touch.
Yeah, I know. I can see the stars in his eyes.
Ooh.
No, do not touch.
Because it'll control the weather.
You break it, you buy it.
And this is expensive.
Yeah, next time I'll have popcorn here.
Yeah, I know, right?
Snacks. You know, make it a little more welcoming.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop, dear. You're busy. You're working. That's why all this stuff is here. You gotta let us know about this cold weather.
Yeah, it is cold right now. We're calling it an AccuWeather Alert morning. I think by the noontime we will get those wind chills above zero. But out there right now, this is what we're talking about. Like I said, wind chills below zero. Now, Later on today and after the evening commute, there will be snow in the area, especially north. Now, all totaled, and I think 1 to 3 inches of snow is going to be possible really from the city due west and north, but I think those higher amounts, 2s and 3s, are more likely in Lake and McHenry County. Might even get some 4s, maybe even up to 5 in southern Wisconsin, but we are really going to be in AccuWeather alert mode toward the end of the week. Really just dangerously cold conditions. There may be a day, possibly 2, at least Friday, maybe even Saturday, where we don't get out of the single digits and we're lucky to hit 0 with the temperature. Average high is 31 degrees. Average low is 18 degrees. Right now we're at 3 out at O'Hare. Mostly sunny skies await you, but it is deceptive sunshine. It is cold. 6 right now at the lakefront, 4 in Kankakee, 0 in Aurora, 2 below right now in Woodstock. Then there are those wind chills. 13 below Crystal Lake, 12 below Maryville, and 10 below right now in Aurora. A breezy day ahead today, but the wind chills, as you can see, we get them above 0 later this morning into the afternoon. They keep climbing as temperatures keep climbing too. But there is this winter weather advisory, 8 p.m. today through 6 a.m. Wednesday. And that is for pending snow. We don't have any snow in those areas right now, just over on the other side of the lake, but it is this evening after that evening commute is all finished, where snow maybe even lingers into tomorrow morning's commute. Diane.
All right, we're going to start off of the expressways with this crash, Montrose and Lockwood. Let's go up to Chopper 7. Right now, only one of the vehicle remains there at the scene. It's up on the sidewalk. Looks like it slammed into the building. It did not. It just ended up on the sidewalk on the curb there. Just a heads up, the airbags were deployed there, so there may be some injuries. Not clear on that right now. We're waiting for authorities to get there on the scene again. This is Montrose and Lockwood. As far as the expressways go, back to the maps we go. We've got busy conditions all across the board, mainly on our inbound side of the expressways, but outbound in the Kennedy, pretty solid really from the downtown area all the way out to O'Hare with a travel time of close to an hour. We do have a crash on 2 tollways. One, the Jane Addams, westbound I-98 to Plains River. We've got a crash there. In the lane of traffic, state police, they are with it. And then northbound 355 at 63rd, also a crash there in the 2 right lanes, causing a mile delay there. Back to you.
All right, Diane, thank you. A manhunt is going on now for the person who shot an Indiana judge and his wife. Tippecanoe County Judge Stephen Meyer and his wife were shot in their Lafayette home on Sunday. According to a police dispatcher, a caller told police a man came to their door and said he found their dog. The suspect fired shots through their door after that. The judge was hit in the arm and then his wife was hit in the hip. Since we've last heard, both are expected to recover. Today, the U.S. Supreme Court may render an opinion on the legality of President Trump's tariffs on other countries. It's one of several rulings that could be released by the High Court. Another opinion that could be released involves whether laws banning conversion therapy for minors violates free speech. The court does not announce in advance which cases will be decided. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell plans to attend oral arguments tomorrow at the Supreme Court. It's a case challenging the power of President Trump to fire Fed Governor Lisa Cook over mortgage fraud. She has not been charged with any crime. For Powell to attend is unusual. Last week, he announced the Trump administration has sent subpoenas to the Fed threatening an unprecedented criminal indictment of him. Today, Illinois gubernatorial candidate Darren Bailey is kicking off a statewide campaign tour. Bailey will travel the state along with his running mate, former state Republican Party chairman Aaron Del Mar. The tour begins in Palatine. It ends in southern Illinois. It will not stop in the city of Chicago. Bailey last ran for governor in 2022, but lost to Governor J.B. Pritzker. On the way this morning, more than basketball, Derrick Rose opens up about legacy, perseverance, and what comes next. And a historic exhibit opens in Chicago celebrating the career of a designer who changed stage and screen forever.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
A familiar Rush Street favorite is officially back. Carmine's Italian restaurant reopened last night. It's been closed for nearly 3 years. The space near Cedar and Rush has been completely refreshed. Look at this. Owners say the classic pastas and red sauces that made Carmine's a staple are still very much on the menu.
Yum, yum, yum. Love that guac. And today is the start of Aurora Restaurant Week. Want a margarita?
Oh, yeah.
Organizers say the second annual event will showcase Aurora's rapidly growing and diverse culinary scene. Participants include everything from casual eateries to fine dining establishments. I think you might be Mexican food's greatest ambassador.
I think so. I really do believe that, yeah. Polish now, too, lately, which I've been really getting into.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. We got some gluten-free pierogies out there?
Yeah, I love pierogies, yep.
Aurora Restaurant Week runs through February 3rd.
Those goulashes, too, and those soups, and
That's so funny. I remember fighting with my parents over not wanting to eat my goulash.
I love it. All right.
Now we're going to join our Good Morning America viewers. I'll have a news update on TV in just a little bit, and you'll see it here as well.
And when we come back this morning, new reminders during National Passenger Safety Week why passengers, especially teens, play a critical role in staying safe on the road.
Now, an update from ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It is 7:23. I'm Tanya Babich. The man accused of setting a woman on fire on the CTA is due in federal court today. It's one of many accusations against Lawrence Reed. Prosecutors say Reed doused a young woman with gasoline when she was sitting on a Blue Line train in November. That woman is still recovering. Reed pled not guilty to a terrorism charge. He also faces a separate arson charge for trying to set Chicago City Hall on fire. Let's check in with Tracy now for temperatures. Will we rise above the single digits today, Tracy?
We will. How about that for an accomplishment? I actually think we're going to hit our high temperature for the day closer to midnight. But right now, 3 degrees currently at O'Hare, 4 out at Midway. It is 7 in Joliet, 2 below zero right now in Woodstock. Then there are your wind chills, which are below zero. 12 below at O'Hare, 9 below at Midway, 15 below in Zion and McHenry, and 12 below in Maryville and Rensselaer. Today, the temperatures keep climbing. Good news is the wind chills climb along with that. But we're looking at some snow here later this evening into tomorrow morning. You'll get to see Diane after this.
If you want total health care from a provider you trust,
Hi, Blair.
right in the palm of your hand, if you want soup, sweatpants, and zero in-person contact, if you want wellness wherever, our virtual primary care delivers with great website manner.
No worries.
So choose your doctor from our profiles and enjoy the healthiest online relationship you've ever had. House calls have evolved. Advocate Healthcare.
Welcome back, everybody. Very busy out there this morning. We've got conditions nice and high in the entire stretch of the Ryan. Stevenson very busy, as well as the Eisenhower, both directions of the Kennedy filling in nicely. Northbound on 355, we've got a crash at 63rd. It's taking out at least one lane, the right lane of traffic there. So a heads up, southbound 355 at 55. We're the 2 lanes of traffic down there because of a crash. And let's go to our tollway camera, westbound I-90 at Des Plaines River. We've got a crash there as well. We've got about a mile and a half of a delay. You see the tollway authority on the right side and the right lane of traffic dealing with that crash. Welcome back, everybody. 7:27 on a Tuesday morning, and it's beautiful out there, but it is also bone-chillingly cold.
Yeah, more on the forecast with Tracy here in a bit. First, though, AAA, or this week is AAA's National Passenger Safety Week, and it's reminding riders that safety in the car is not just the driver's responsibility. Passengers face the same deadly risks in a car crash as the driver. According to the National Highway Transportation Administration, passengers make up 24% of all vehicle crash deaths. Nearly 62% of those were teenagers who were riding with a teen driver. So here's a list of some of the top passenger safety tips. First, speak up if the driver is speeding, distracted, or acting unsafely. Keep noise and distractions to a minimum. Wear your seatbelt on every trip. Offer to handle navigation or messages. Never ride with an impaired or a reckless driver. And if my mama's in the car, I don't have to worry about anything on that list because she's going to make sure everything is taken care of. She's hitting the brake on her side of the car when I'm driving.
This is really triggering for me.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
My oldest just started driver's ed.
Did she?
Yep.
Ooh, when was that?
Last week.
Oh my gosh, so fresh.
Yeah.
We'll start praying for you now.
Please do.
Yeah.
Coming up this morning, streaming at 7, Before the Curtain Rises, meet the mind behind the magic, the costumes that shaped Wicked, Hamilton, and West Side Story, taking center stage in Chicago.
More than an MVP, Derrick Rose opens up about sacrifice, setbacks, and coming home.
And before you build your next cheese board, meet the chef who says a few thoughtful pairings can turn comfort food into something more memorable.
Good. And we are celebrating National Cheese Lovers Day with James Beard award-winning chef Sarah Stegner.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 continues.
Good morning and welcome back, everybody, on this Tuesday, January the 20th. Oh,
yeah.
Everything is creaking because it's so cold outside. The car is creaking. My knees are creaking.
Wood floors
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's all falling apart.
Yeah, boy, when it gets cold like this, man, it's like a totally different way of living and getting around and figuring stuff out.
It's just a lot of work.
Yeah, right. Getting out the door.
Lots of layers.
Meantime, people from Norway and
they're laughing at us.
They're all laughing. They're like, what a bunch of babies.
Well, I mean, but it's the little stuff like I couldn't get the wiper fluid to come out this morning.
Oh.
I just put wiper fluid in the car, but then
I could help you with that
Freezes,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
The nozzle freezes.
Exactly.
yeah.
It's exactly what happened. So I couldn't see all the way to work this morning because the windshield,
Which is so dangerous.
but you've got it too on your windshield. It's like when you're going
Like
over the salt, I
frost.
guess. It's like it's frost.
Are you judging my windshield when you park in the garage this morning?
But it's almost like this smear, sort of white.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's super dangerous.
Yeah.
And no matter how much you use, you can't
Can't
get
get
to
it
go
off.
away.
Comes right back.
All right. Well, we are feeling the cold, seeing the sun, however. Yeah, behind that bar graphic there. It's a beautiful shot of the sunrise from my friend Amy.
Is that this morning?
It's
No
this morning.
way.
It's right now. Yeah, exactly. She just sent that to me. But yeah, wind chill still below 0, Diane.
All right, out there on the roads, we've got a couple things going on. We start with a crash northbound 355 at 63rd, and we've also got another one at 355. Different location, though, also southbound at I-55. So we've got 2 crashes on the tollway there, and then another one on the westbound side of I-90, the Jane Addams, over at Des Plaines River Road.
Got it. All right, Diane, appreciate it. Thank you. From Inglewood courts to the NBA's biggest stage, Chicago's own Derrick Rose is reflecting on a career that changed the game. The former MVP opens up about his journey, his legacy, and what fans can expect as the Bulls prepare to retire his jersey this weekend.
Samantha Chapman sat down with the Bulls legend for a conversation that's making us Chicago proud.
All right, he got the 6 count. Oh, hey. It's a side of Derrick Rose we haven't seen before.
All right, that's it, guys.
Stepping off the court, calling his own shots in retirement.
How do you know that now is the time to retire?
I mean, I've been fighting that moment for like 3 or 4 years before I retired. I couldn't trade going back in for the life that I was curating with my family and curating with my kids and seeing like how my presence played a role, like a huge role.
Retiring with no regrets after giving the game his all.
I feel like I practiced my butt off. I feel like only if people knew how much I dedicated and like sacrificed before every game. I wasn't just trying to be good, I wanted to be great. Once I got done, and I felt that pressure off my shoulders of like trying to be perfect.
The MVP's career didn't come without challenges. He faced several injuries in the NBA, which caused major setbacks.
How did your faith get you through some of the hardest moments in your career?
My story alone should let you know that like there is a God. Like it's no way that I make it out of Inglewood without toting a pistol or a gun. Not one time when I was younger, and I made it out.
Making it out and coming home, Rose decided to move his family back to the city where it all began.
Chicago is different than anywhere else in the world. I could be biased in a way, but for me, it's true. I feel like the city is beauty in everything. The city is beautiful. The people in the city is beautiful. My kids need to experience that because I feel like that helped me with my character.
He's looking forward to giving back to the youth and starting new businesses to create more jobs for Chicagoans.
I felt like basketball was handicapping. It was putting boundaries on. I read a lot. I read a ton. That's something I didn't do early on, and I feel like that's what made the transformation to what you see right now.
His message to his fans ahead of his jersey retirement?
Thank you once again, and hopefully I'll meet you all one day in person, but if not, come celebrate, and it will be, it's gonna be a party.
Stepping his way into retirement, we are Chicago proud of our MVP. Derrick Rose's jersey retirement event is this Saturday at the United Center, and tickets are still available. D. Rose says the night isn't just about him, it's for everyone that has been a part of his basketball journey. Samantha Chapman, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
That's really cool. I understand what he's saying about wanting his kids to have that Chicago experience that helped to shape him. There's so much that is out of our control with our kids and things that we want to teach them, but you can't replicate an experience unless you try to put them in the same environment.
Got it, yeah. And I guess that's what he's going for. So they're in the city, I would imagine, here? That's what
Maybe?
Oh, I didn't know if, okay, I guess, okay. I don't know. Hey, by the way, the big ceremony for D. Rose will happen when the Bulls play the Celtics Saturday at the United Center. The game starts at 7 p.m. Some of the lowest priced tickets are around $200 on Ticketmaster. All right, we'll get a break in. We're streaming out loud on this Tuesday morning. We're back with more right after the break.
Hello there. Happy Tuesday to you. Good morning. Good cold morning. It is 5 in Michigan City, 2 in Morris. It is 2 in DeKalb, 1 below in Waukegan, and 4 is that temperature right now out at Midway. Our wind chills this morning, below 0. So we will see them get above 0 this afternoon. Now, as we look at the temperatures, they will keep climbing, and we have beautiful sunshine out there right now, but the clouds will continue to increase. Then, after our evening commute is done, snow chances do increase, and they really increase the closer you are to the Wisconsin line. Although I fully expect to see some snow showers here in the city too. All totaled 1 to 3 inches of accumulation, primarily in Lake and McHenry counties into tomorrow morning. I think the first part of tomorrow morning's commute could be disrupted somewhat by some snow. We're going to be monitoring that for maybe an AccuWeather alert tomorrow morning too. But I want to call your attention to these temperatures. Bitter, dangerous, cold coming our way here later in the week. Diane.
All right, we've got very high travel times across the board on most of our, all of our expressways, I'm going to argue. The only expressway that has no delays right now is the outbound side of the Dan Ryan, but really on the inbound side, it's very bad, almost an hour. Southbound on the Bishop Ford, got a report of a crash at Cottage Grove. IDOT is on the way there. Sounds like it might be in the left lane. And check out our tollway camera, southbound 355 at I-55. We've got a crash here that's taking out 3 right lanes, and from our tollway camera you can't see necessarily the crash, but look at that delay. It's massive. It's on the right hand side of your screen there. So we're talking about at least 1.5 miles to a 2 mile delay going southbound 355 right at I-55. And then you see those headlights. That's the Gapers delay that's being caused because of that crash. So yes, we're definitely seeing delays in both directions on the tollway there. Back to you.
Okay, Diane, thank you so much. So here's a question this morning. Would you try this next product, or is it an absolute no?
So a new Kit Kat flavor is sparking strong reactions online after the candy brand teamed up with a pizza chain to create a strawberry Kit Kat pizza. The dessert-style pie features melted chocolate, strawberry sauce, and crushed Kit Kats on top. And it's dividing fans on social media. Some say it's the perfect sweet mashup. Others call it a step too far. Here's what I'm not clear on. Is there cheese on this, or is it just a sweet dessert pizza? Because if there's no cheese on it, what's the problem?
Yeah. Is it even a pizza? I thought it was
There
cheese
is
in it?
cheese on it.
Oh, that is that's it. Okay, got it.
All right, so now maybe you've lost me with the cheese.
The cheese?
Because haven't you had a Nutella pie? Like just pizza dough with Nutella on it?
Yeah, you can put anything.
Heck yeah.
Right. It doesn't.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Ew!
No.
A Nutella pizza? You know what? Don't mess with my pizza.
There's no cheese.
Like, I'm not
on
asking
it.
for.
It's just
I'm not asking
bread
for
and
much.
Nutella.
I need you to do one thing. Don't mess with my pizza. Okay? As a Chicagoan, do me a solid. Leave
Just
the
leave it
pizza
alone.
alone.
Yeah.
Cheese, sauce, and anything you want on top. That's it.
Speaking of cheese.
How about pineapple?
No pineapple. Speaking of cheese, that's right, Darrell. We're celebrating cheese this morning. It's not just comfort food, it's culture, craft, and connection.
So from the farmers who make it to the chefs who pair it thoughtfully, cheese brings people together in simple, sometimes meaningful ways. So we are joined by a true expert here this morning, Sarah Stegner, co-owner, chef at Prairie Grass Cafe, a Mariano's taste maker. How fun that sounds, showing us just how a few ingredients can make a cheese board even more fun and interesting. Welcome to you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to be here on Cheese Lovers Day. We're doing a dinner on the 22nd at the restaurant Sema, and I'm doing the cheese course that Mariano's is sponsoring.
Ooh.
So I'm showing you today what we're going to be serving there. Okay. One of them is mimole, and it is with dates and caramel. Wow. And this cheese was
that's here?
Been around since the 1600s. A king asked for it to be made, and we're still eating it now.
And what is it called?
It's called mimole. It's from
Mimole.
France. Yes.
Mimole. Okay. And that's this one right here. I'm just going to take a
that
little
one right there.
slice.
Yes,
Could I take a little?
Sure, I cut a piece for you. Yes.
So does it taste? What would you?
Oh,
it's like
a mild Parmesan. Is that right?
Yeah, between Parmesan and cheddar. That's kind of the way I envision it. The dinner is with Paul Verant and Chef G. Gaigan. and Jesse Resendez, who's the chef of the restaurant there at SEMA. I'm the consultant, and I've kind of pulled this all together.
I'm no king, but this is outstanding.
It's outstanding.
Yeah, so the other dish that I want to show you how to make
is
a fig jam with gorgonzola dolce. Gorgonzola dolce is from Italy. It is a beautiful creamy cheese, and I cut up some figs, and this is red wine and sugar. I'm using the Demerara sugar. I'm going to put some in there, and then balsamic.
Now, is your wine sweet or dry?
It
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter because you're going to add sugar,
cook it out.
but it will be eventually. I'm just giving a little hit of the balsamic.
It's a little.
I know, a little hit of the balsamic, and then you want to cook it down till it's like a syrup form.
Okay.
And pulse it in, which I'm going to just do real quick here, so you get the idea. So that is how you make the jam. Pretty simple.
Very
you just need to take the steps, and it comes out like this. Okay. And then I'm going to put the gorgonzola dolce on it.
Can I ask you about that sugar? What did you call that sugar?
Demerara sugar.
And is that something
like,
normal?
It's just like in its raw form kind of thing.
Can we novices buy that?
You can.
Okay.
You can. You can get it at Mariano's.
Ah, good to know.
Okay,
so you're putting the cheese right in the center there.
And it's creamy, and the idea is for everybody to like jump in and
like scoop it out.
On.
Do you have a particular preference? Like a cracker that's plain, just like sea salt?
Cracker is great. I have publican quality bread that they are that they're giving for the dinner.
Okay.
And this is it. And then I'm putting a little bit of this finishing balsamic, which is Tony Priolo's from Pickle Sonia.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, they sell that at Mariano's.
Okay, I'm going to try a little bit of it with this just cracker.
Let's stop eating this.
So I'm going to take the cheese and the date paste. Oops, and the date paste. A little too much strength there. Okay.
Oh my goodness. I know we're going to put this segment on our website, ABC7chicago.com, so everyone can check it out. But this is the most gorgeous display.
Thank you. Thank you to Mariano's for doing that. And the dinner still has a few tickets left on the 22nd at SEMA. So you guys can come and eat.
This is excellent. So what this does, because gorgonzola can be...
It's good, right?
It's excellent.
Thank you.
It takes away like that bitterness, sharpness of the gorgonzola.
Right.
And gives you like a little sweetness. But you have to like dates because it's a very good...
Right.
I mean, wow. That's very impressive.
Let's eat this.
Oh, very impressive. Thank you, Kira. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Wow.
And we are back this morning from Broadway to Hollywood. Swallow.
Still eating.
Yeah. His designs don't just dress characters, they define them.
Paul Tazwell is one of the most celebrated costume designers of our time. And today his work takes center stage in Chicago. Jose Sanders takes us inside a new exhibit debuting at the Griffin Museum of Science and Industry.
Popular. You're gonna be popular.
That's what Paul Tazwell is now. The most popular costume designer for stage and screen. His creations tell his life story at this special exhibition from Wicked to Hamilton and West Side Story. It's dressing up Tazwell style.
Tell me, how does it feel to open this exhibit on MLK Day?
It's absolutely exhilarating and so very meaningful.
The artist says a museum inspired by science is the perfect backdrop for what he does for Glinda.
How is it going to move? How can you create costumes and engineer them so that they move in a very specific way? All of that is the science of clothing. It's technology that's informed by 3D printing, by digital laser cutting, all of those elements together, that is within the world of science. Thank you to my mother who taught me how to sew.
Did she see something in you, a flair, an artistry way back then?
I believe absolutely. I mean, she was the one that taught me to draw. She was the one that taught me to sew. She was the one that taught me to be a problem solver. Black, queer little boy in Akron, Ohio, had no idea that in 2025 he would have the year that he had. And just all of my experience that's led up to this amazing moment. I think that collectively it speaks of a really rich and beautiful life. I'm the first Black man to receive the Costume Design Award. I have to say it's mind-blowing to have been in this profession for 36 years and I think, to finally be seen where I can be the face of someone who, is inspiring for others.
Crafting character, the costumes of Paul Tazewell. This is an experience you do not want to miss. You can see it through September 7th at the Griffith Museum of Science and Industry. I'm Jose Sanders, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
With the kids running around behind him.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
How fun.
Yeah. Good for him.
What I loved about the costumes in Wicked, they all look like confections, like they could be baked goods, you know?
Yeah.
That's talent right there.
It sure is. And it's here in Chicago, and we can all go and check it out and visit. Really cool. All right, we get a break in. We're back with more right after this.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
Pepper Jack?
Pepper Jack.
Yeah, talking about cheese.
Still talking about cheeses.
Much more serious note here. Top stories that we're watching for you this morning. The man accused of setting a woman on fire on the CTA is due in federal court. This was just one of many accusations against Lawrence Reed. Prosecutors say Reed allegedly doused 26-year-old Bethany McGee with gasoline while she sat on a Blue Line train in November. Reed pled not guilty. He is also facing separate charges for trying to set Chicago City Hall on fire.
A manhunt continues today for the person who shot an Indiana judge and his wife. Judge Stephen Meyer and his wife were shot in their Lafayette home on Sunday. The judge was hit in the arm and the wife in the hip. At last check, both are expected to recover.
The Orland Park Village Board approved plans for a 230,000 square foot Amazon retail center. The project is set to go up at 159th and LaGrange Road. Neighbors pushed back on that proposal, but the board voted 5-2 to give it the green light. Orland Park's mayor says the Amazon store will bring much needed revenue and jobs to the village. Tracy.
It's cold, just plain cold. Wind chills are below zero in the area right now. Our high temperatures will occur later this evening, and we will see some snow developing this evening into tomorrow morning.
Got it, Tracy. Thank you so much. Let's get you caught up on what's trending today.
My center, my soul is gone.
We have our first teaser for Taylor Sheridan's newest series, The Madison. The family drama starring Kurt Russell and Michelle Pfeiffer is set to premiere on March 14th on Paramount+.
I'm Robbie. I'm Gary. I'm Matt. I'm Owen. I'm Jason. And we are Take That.
A new documentary about the 90s English pop group Take That hits streaming next week. The 3-part series features interviews with members and includes rare and previously unseen footage of the band. Take That airs on Netflix beginning January 27th. And speaking of musicians, Tennessee Governor Bill Lee declared Monday, January 19th, 2026, Dolly Parton Day, in conjunction with the country music star's 80th birthday. The governor's proclamation says the day honors Dolly's lifetime of achievement, service, and positive impact. And happy birthday to Questlove, who is 55 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Okay, there you go. National Cheese Lovers Day today.
That's us.
That's all of us,
Clearly,
right? Yep.
we keep going back to the kitchen.
Yep, and we're about to go back right now, actually.
Oh, wait, we have another newscast to do.
Oh, yeah, we do have. Oh, favorite cheese before we go real quick.
Sliced American.
Smoked
Classic.
Gouda for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with goat.
Oh, yeah, goat's a good one.
That's a good one.
Second, goat.
Gouda and pepper jack.
Nice.
I'll take it. Yeah. All right, brie, I'm sorry.
It's
Brie,
Brie and
yes.
pepper jack.
Well, brie is very Gouda, too.
Yeah.
Get it?
It's going to do it for this streaming hour. Hey, look, if you are just joining us, the news never stops. We've got more headlines plus weather and traffic coming up live top of the hour, 8 o'clock. So stick with us right here. Tanya is on our way to the other side for a news update. You'll see that on TV in just a bit. You can always catch Eyewitness News on TV. Have a great day, everybody. And thank you, Chef, for coming by.
Yes, thank
Amazing.
you.
Oh, some